What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more New Order, and we're returning to Technique. And as always, major thank you to Erik for sharing this awesome vinyl and ultimately other releases as well, not just from New Order, but Electronic and Marie Fredriksson. But yes, the next tune on Technique is Mr. Disco. I'm amused by the title. I don't know if this is actually a nickname someone in music or pop culture has, and I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case, but maybe it's a character created for the narrative or scene of the song. But yeah, it's not a phrase I've heard specifically before, so if there is some reference being made here, I will try to catch it as I can or wait for people to explain. But yes, let's give a listen to Mr. Disco by New Order on their Technique album, 1989. Wow. So lyrically, I don't know what to make of that. I will say there was a moment where I was wondering, like, is he talking about music? Like, is this disco or maybe music more broadly, or the experience of, going to clubs and, you know, being part of the music culture? Is that being personified? But I don't think so. I think it is genuinely another person. But this apparent inability of him to find peace of mind or to find himself because there's not a moment where he doesn't need this other person with him. I mean, I get that idea in general that, like, your identity has become fused with this other person. So, like, if they're not there, you don't feel whole, or you don't feel like you know quite how to manage yourself or to function. And I think there's maybe some of that going here, but yeah, it feels like there's more to it than that. And the bits and pieces I caught, I wasn't sure what to make of. I will say, like, sonically, this one, it wasn't quite as uplifting, which is funny because I would then learn through people's comments that Bizarre Love Triangle isn't as uplifting as it necessarily sounds musically, but it kind of reminded me a little bit of that track, just because it, like, some of the sonic elements had a similar type of character to them, but I enjoyed the cyclical and syncopated percussion, but it also did have like a steady beat too. And in fact, that section where it stripped down and that new bass line came in, which was very like electric, almost like an engine. The part after that felt like very like, we're going for it in a club. It felt like a real, get on the dance floor kind of moment. And yeah, like his vocal delivery is another reason that it reminded me a bit of Bizarre Love Triangle, because it just, like, something about the rhythms and obviously the tone of his voice, which that's not surprising, but like the way he was hitting some of the lines, it made me think of that track. Either way, yeah, a very compelling tune, and one that somehow managed to be a bit unpredictable in terms of exactly the sequencing and when certain parts would come in. There were a couple times where it was like, oh, like I wasn't expecting that, especially, again, that part where that more energetic bass line came in after some, cycling percussion. But it also had this very, like, intuitive feel that, like, I've heard enough New Order now that, like, this is kind of their bread and butter, or at least at this phase. Again, very different from Movement, so I feel like that always has to be specified, because that was like, I had heard of New Order mainly through Blue Monday, although, as it turns out, Bizarre Love Triangle, though when I began this deep dive, I never would have been able to, I didn't know that song by name, I just knew it from long ago memory. But yes, when we went through Movement, it was like, oh damn, like this is not what I thought New Order to be. So obviously, learning the context of that album and the, arising from the ashes of Joy Division and so on, I have come to understand, like, what that album was for them, and again, like, kind of finding their way and who's going to be the lead singer and so on. Whereas here, it feels like they've kind of hit into a groove, and they're kind of doing something that has become their predominant style. But either way, yeah, this track simultaneously had me, like, surprised by certain moments, and yet the overall feeling is like, yeah, like this is totally, a New Order track. So yeah, I am curious about the lyrics. Again, I feel like there's more happening here than I was able to pick up on a first listen. And as I said, I considered the idea that maybe this is personified, but I didn't, hear anything definitively saying that it's, not a real person. But either way, I don't think I heard the title phrase. I don't think I heard Mr. Disco in there. So, and again, maybe the title phrase is partly why I was thinking, like, he's, Mr. Disco. He's going to discotheques. He's going to, dance clubs. And it's like the music itself is this other person. But again, by the time the track ended, I had sort of ruled that out. So, yeah, I'm keen to hear what people have to say. Luca is as well. Let me know what you think of the track, and I will see you next time. Peace.